So today we're going to do a walk around of the F10 M5. This is mine. So you just heard the cold start right now and some revving. So car's a little bit dirty right now, but that's all right. I'm still showing it off. So this car's tuned right now. I'm tuned with MHD. This car's running about 800 horsepower to the crank. I have not dynoed it yet. I'm running it on a E30 tune. I'm not using catless downpipes yet, and I don't have upgraded clutches yet, but those are next on my list. The other thing next on my list is a set of 21-inch wheels to fill out that wheel gap there, but I'm gonna address all that in my what's next video, so just hold tight for that. So I'm just showing off the car a little bit. It's pretty clean. This one is a pre-LCI 2013. Pretty clean inside. This one has the rear sunshade, and it works. Heads up display. Might be hard to see it there. You can see it a bit. So let's check out the back seats. Pretty standard stuff. Rear sunshades, heated rear seats, 4-zone climate control, a couple of socks in the back. You know, typical BMW stuff. Alcantara headliner, also one of my favorites. Let's take a look at the back now. So we got the rear spoiler. I personally love how that looks with the stock one. I don't plan on changing it to a carbon fiber one. Here's my exhaust tips. So these are 90 millimeter carbon fiber wrap tips, and they were probably about 400 bucks for the whole sets, and that's the only mod I've got on the exhaust system other than the exhaust cutouts. So here's the passenger side now. Pretty clean. This is like the only wheel that doesn't have any curb rash damage. Every other one has some damage to it, which is why I'm gonna order a set of wheels here soon. I was just showing off the car, just doing a quick walk around. So the F10 M5 is amazing just because, like I said, this car is 560 horsepower stock, but this one's tuned to MHD's 800 horsepower map with E30, and you don't even need any hardware upgrades for it other than you know, some E85 fuel, which isn't hardware. It's just adding some fuel to your car and a tune. The only thing you're going to need to do that tune is an Ethernet cable and an adapter for your iOS or Android device to connect that Ethernet cable. You can find the Ethernet cable on Amazon for around $32. I'll post a link to that one in the description, the one that I used. So yeah, this car's running about 800 horsepower. On the F10 M5, when you start approaching, I would say about 650 to 700 wheel torque, that's when you're really stretching the limits of the clutch. So you're not talking about horsepower at that point, you're talking about the torque at that point. And this car is probably pushing somewhere close to that, the way it feels. I do have to get it dynoed. The clutch isn't slipping just yet, but I do need to upgrade to some SSP clutches or maybe some Dodson clutches. Haven't decided just yet. I'll do that soon. But yeah, this is a walk around of the F10 M5. Let me pop the hood actually. So that's the beautiful thing about these new modern cars, especially BMW. You know, you can tune them with a simple app on your phone, and if a cop opens your hood, you know, if they see your exhaust is too loud or something and they want to open your hood, there's nothing to really see here. I mean, this looks factory, and it'll probably prevent you from getting a state ref here in California. You know, if you have modifications to your engine bay and exhaust system, they'll make you change it back. So the engine bay on this one's pretty clean. That's not exactly typical of the S63 TU. It tends to get pretty leaky as far as the turbo coolant lines go. Tends to have vacuum leaks, things like that. But this one's in good shape right now. I did some preventive maintenance before I tuned it, like spark plugs. I made sure that there was no leaks on the engine, make sure that there was no vacuum leaks, anything like that. I topped the coolant up. So here's the trunk. Let me pop it open. So automatic trunk on the F10. super convenient. This one does have fold down rear seats, so that makes it a lot easier to access the rear sunshade area if you need to change that, which I needed to change the motor in mine. So I'll do a video on that separately to show exactly how that was done. Automatic trunk close. So when I got this F10, actually both headlights had condensation in it, and where I bought it from, they went ahead and replaced both headlights for me with OEM, so that was super nice. So now I've got nice clear headlights other than the bugs that I've killed on the freeway. They look pretty clean, you know, they're brand new. Next thing I want to do is really touch up the front bumper area. It has a lot of rock chips and a lot of bug splatter, stuff like that, you know. And this car is 10 years old now, so it's time for a paint refresh or a detail or something like that. And then as far as the dual clutch transmission goes, I don't have any software upgrades on it. I understand that you can do the XHP upgrade. I might do that at one point, but personally I didn't see the need to do it just because the DCT is already so good. There's times where I guess it could be a little smoother, a little smarter, but overall I'm not disappointed with it, and I didn't see the need to go with XHP. I'd rather keep the factory mapping on the transmission and then tune the engine from there. If I go for any more power, of course, then I'm going to need to tune the transmission, and like I said, look into clutch upgrades. As of right now, this one's not slipping, but that doesn't mean it won't at some point, so we'll deal with that when it comes. Man, that front bumper just looks sick. Like, just the little splitters on the sides there and then the middle, and it looks like it's like kind of frowning at you, like it's mad. So yeah, that's my F10 M5. That was a quick walk around. I told you about my tuning platform. I told you how much power I'm pushing. I've got a couple driving videos up so you guys can check them out. I'm gonna post a link to the description for the E-net cable, so that if you're thinking about tuning your car, you can go ahead and do that. If you guys have any questions about MHD, hit me up in the comments. I might look into making another video just for MHD, because a lot of people don't know that it's available for the F10 M5 and for the F12 and 13 M6. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and thanks for watching.